Hello and welcome to the Overflow practice for this week of April 20th through the 27th. Super exciting practice this morning. So take a moment to notice how you are connected to the place where you are supported. We're going to do this from a seated position because we want to be able to really focus on how we are supported and connecting to that footprint. So as we are moving, not uprooting from that footprint, but staying so slow that you are sinking down into the footprint through the move, and that you're able to experience that, not having your focus be on the actual move, more and more on coming down, coming down, coming down into that footprint with each exhale. So take a moment and notice the way that we find the footprint is by noticing your points of contact. And as you're noticing your points of contact, you want to be able to feel which one feels the lowest. That's going to be the one that is the most connected. And as you feel that quality of support, notice what that word is that comes to you or is revealed to you. And we're saying this quality of support belongs to me. So you're letting yourself see it. And with each exhale, you're resting down into it more completely. This quality of support belongs to me. And then from that place, we're going to very slowly, if somebody's watching you from the outside, they are rarely going to be able to notice that you are moving. And so we're going to very, very slowly begin to roll forward, roll our head forward. And the movement is like a scanning or an opportunity for awareness of what is happening in my neck and shoulders. Where am I experiencing tightness? I'm breathing to my spine. And as I exhale, I am resting down into the support. The majority of my focus, 95% of my focus, should be on the quality of support. So you're naming that like a mantra. And on each exhale, you're resting down into it. And as you come to an area where there is a restriction, we are gently breathing to that area. And as we exhale, we're inviting that area to rest into the support. So there is a conversion that's going to be made, but we are invited to be very, very still and create space and time for that to happen. You're going to feel different sensations throughout your body that move beyond where the restriction is. So you're slowly, slowly, slowly. So you're noticing when you go through that movement, where can I offer the percussion tool? Where could my body use that support? So think about tension or areas of pain or areas of restriction, like patches of dryness. And I'm going to be offering the percussion tool down through those patches of dryness that I felt. Those are the map of where my body has been working really hard, so hard that it has been holding a pattern of tightness and pushed out the circulation. And so I'm going to slowly be offering this percussion down through my spine. Breathing to where the percussion is, and again, with the offering, the massage, the percussion, I'm focusing on my exhale, still settling down into the place where I am supported and into the intimate quality of support that I'm being provided. And then we're going to take the percussion tool and turn it off. We're going to set it to the side. And you're going to take a moment to breathe in. You're breathing into that expanded space that you feel. And as you exhale, again, your focus is to, can I allow that expanded space to rest down and take root into the place where I am supported, into that quality of support. And then I want to, with my eyes open, I'm looking at the room around me and I'm moving slowly, but again, I'm not leaving the support. And now we're going to be very, very still. So take a moment, and your focus is remaining down in that support. How deeply can you sense yourself resting into that quality of support? And what do you notice about that? What do you notice about how it feels to be held that deeply? Try to stay down in that quality of support. And we're going to stay there for about 10 minutes. We're just going to be still and notice that. Each breath is a touching into what you're feeling on the inhale. So I could be touching into what I'm feeling in my neck or in my chest or my abdomen, whatever is coming up for you. It could be a strong emotion. It could be an image. You're breathing to what is occurring. And on your exhale, you're gathering and bringing that aliveness into the support that is provided to you. So know your word. So you're noticing what that quality of support feels like as you go deeper and deeper and deeper. You're noticing how you are connected to the place where you are seated. How are you connected to the place that you are seated? And as you rest into that connection, you're going to feel there is a very specific quality of support. It feels like you're going to feel your own word, whatever that is. And as you are resting down into that, you're going to notice the parts of your body that are, or of your mind, that are very busy or overstressed or very up and out. And you are inviting those aspects of yourself to learn how to rest into the way that the space, the chair, is supporting you. You don't want your movements to be so fast that you're uprooting from that connection. You want to be able to practice. What happens when I move radically slowly and I can feel that I'm resting down more throughout my movement? You want 95% of your focus to be on that quality of support more than it is on how you are moving. And you'll feel that it's going to start changing your capacity to move. It's going to change the pace of your mind. It changes what's happening in your nervous system. So notice what that feels like as you are turning and moving, and then becoming very, very still. This is a refuge that is waiting for all of us. It is amazing how much slowing down is required for us to be able to find this area. But one of the ways that we can find it easier is by this very, very slow movement and then into stillness. Very slow movement and then into stillness. And then from stillness, we stay there and allow our nervous system to begin to take root. So we're moving deeper than the experience of grounding, and we're moving into taking root. I'm coming back to the divine vine, and I am a branch off that vine. I am rooted in Christ, and I'm not detaching myself from that and then going and doing whatever it is I'm doing. I'm remaining very, very deeply regrafted to that vine. And you'll begin to feel it, that when you invest the time to slow down and you invest the time to take that root, your nervous system will become more familiar with that, and it will remain there. And you're going to be able to feel throughout the day when you start moving really fast and you start getting uprooted where that takes you. Now, those of you who are therapists, who are, or even like somebody who's doing housekeeping or house managing, you're going to be doing lots of different things where you're standing in one place. If you're housekeeping, you're cleaning, you're cooking, you're in one place, and you can be focused on, where am I connected to the place where I'm standing, and can I rest down into that connection? If I'm working as a therapist, this is my number one focus. Where am I, and what is God giving me? What is the support God is giving me for this session that I'm in? And I want 95% of my focus to be there. 5% of my focus to be on what's happening with my person that I'm engaging with. That 5% will be so much more clear and refined when you are coming from this place. You are standing in the world, but you are not of the world. You are standing in Christ's support. We can actually feel this in our bodies. It is amazing. So now as you're transitioning out of this rest, this is our first movement that we're doing. Now we're transitioning into what is the action that you are going to take. We are practicing this very small interval of taking an action while remaining radically supported. And then we're going to come back at our 5 o'clock hour and do the same thing again. Okay? So take a moment again. You're refreshing your awareness of what do you see in that quality of support. And what is that quality of support? You want to make sure you write that down. All right. I will see you guys back at the 5 o'clock hour.